Hi friends, we are going to be doing a dirty pour with Art Resin Epoxy resin on a board that I made myself. I do know that I'm running super low on torch fluid, so this could become very interesting very quick. But let's get to pouring. Today I'm going to be showing you another dirty pour using epoxy resin. I choose to use Art Resin. I will let you know in advance that this turns out to be a little bit crazy because I run into a few problems, which is probably good for everyone to see. And I will be having to post another video shortly once this fully cures to show how to get rid of bubbles and any imperfections. But here I am mixing the epoxy resin, and once I get done with that, I'll start pouring it into my colors and we'll go from there.
But she says she don't see me no more, like the way she used to.
So now we're going to just evenly distribute our resin into our cups that already have color inside of them. You basically just put a certain amount that you want per color. There's no rhyme or reason to it, just do what you need to do and go from there. Now I'm going to speed this process up. Please remember not to stir your resin this fast or you'll create even more bubbles.
And all these things that she said, they are lingering in my head. And all these memories have taken and taken and taken.
Now I usually go back one more time and re-stir all my colors when I'm done, especially if I have quite this many. You don't necessarily have to do that, it's just something I choose to do.
Ask you the same old questions all over and over again.
Now that all of our colors are mixed together, we will begin to pour each color into the white cup, leaving enough behind of each color to do this multiple times.
But you should learn to love someone like I do. I do love you. But you should learn to love someone.
After you do that, you will take your stir stick and slowly stir the colors together. And when you're finished doing that, just dump it out. Remember, at this point, it's all up to you. There's no rules or any kind of certain way that you have to do it. When the cup is empty, just flip it upside down and allow the rest of it to drip out on its own. Now is when you need to bring out the torch. The torch is what allows more of the cells to pop out, and it also moves the resin around some, as well as popping any bubbles that may be there. Now we're going to remove the cup and begin tilting the board different directions, allowing the resin to shift from side to side, not only creating multiple cells, but also to cover the surface of the canvas. I apologize in advance because my lighting is horrible. I have to do these late at night when the babies are asleep, so the colors are a lot brighter than what you're seeing right now, which you'll find out later when you see the end of it. Torch fuel, apparently, is super important.
Well, she says she don't see me no more.
Normally, I would be torching off and on during this process, but because I was running low on butane, that was not an option, which made this a little bit trickier than normal.
That is her. But you should learn to love
point is when I realized that I did not prepare enough resin to completely coat the surface of the canvas as I would normally do. But I just went with it. So here I am beginning another pour, and then I'm going to dump that all around the edges of this recent pour.
Things that you did, all of the people you hung out with, they're gonna ask you the same old questions all over and over again. But you should learn to love someone like I do.
So on with another pour. As I'm running very low on resin at this point.
Like I do, I do love you. But you should learn to love someone. Like I do, I do love you. But you should learn to love someone. Like I do, I do.
If you look really closely, you can see how the cells begin to pop out when shifting the canvas. And then also fills in all the holes that you may have. If I had more resin on the canvas at this point, it would be a lot more of a show. But hey, we'll see what happens. The best part about resin art is that you can kind of just go with the flow and let the resin do what it wants to do, and cross your fingers and go with it.
And honestly, if she's happy,
At this point, we are completely out of butane. We are running on similar flame to a lighter. So I have a feeling that after this video is uploaded, we will be uploading another one on what to do when you have lots of bubbles and imperfections and how to fix it. So now I am running to the very bottom of the barrel with the rest of my resin that I have poured, and I'm going to just dump it anywhere, and then I'm going to flip the cups upside down and wish for the best.
like the way she used to. Well, and she says I act so differently, but honestly, we both know that it's her. But you should learn to love someone.
Remember, there aren't really any rules, so sometimes you can take your stir sticks, push the resin a certain way, or twist your cups around while they're upside down. Just anything you can think of to try to move resin, because moving the resin is what creates the cells.
They are lingering in my head, and all these memories.
Had I known that I was not going to have enough resin, I probably would have built a moat type thing where you take aluminum tape and you tape the edges of this canvas. That prevents the resin from having to run over the sides and you having to coat the sides. Then I would have had plenty of resin to work with, but I didn't do that, so we'll just figure something out.
But you should learn to love someone like I do. I do love you. But you should learn to love someone.
Now you can start picking up your cups, and you can see that the effect that they make is pretty cool. I think it is definitely what saved this particular piece of art.
You should learn to love someone like I do. I do love you.
If you happen to have anything that lands or gets mixed in with your resin paint, make sure that you get it out before it begins to cure. Just use your hand, or you can use a pair of tweezers or anything else.
From all of the pressure she feels inside.
Now I'm going to have to shift the painting a lot to try to get enough resin to fall off the edges that I can at least lightly coat the sides. It's running pretty bare, but I think I will have enough. But we'll find out. As you can see, I barely got all the sides coated, and it's actually transforming into a pretty cool piece that I'm pretty happy with. So let's just continue watching it. The resin will continue to do all kinds of different things while it is curing. So what you see right now is not going to be what the end result looks like.
Well, she says she don't see me no more, like the way she used to. Well, and she says I act so differently, but honestly, we both know that it's her. But you should learn to love someone like I do. I do love you. But you should learn to love someone like I do. I do love you. And all these things that she said, they are lingering in my head. And all these memories have taken their toll on me. Things that you did, all of the people you hung out with, they're gonna ask you the same old questions all over and over again.
So, it's a bit dramatic because the torch died. Didn't have enough resin, and we'll just see what happens. And it's really pretty, so it's kind of really a bummer. If anyone ever wondered you need torch fuel, If anyone ever wondered you need torch fuel. Torch fuel, apparently, is super important. If anyone ever wondered you need torch fuel. Or you end up with a bubbly mess. Thanks.
Well, she says she needs to get away from all of the pressure she feels inside. Well, I can tell she don't love me no more. And honestly, if she's happy, then that's fine.